What is grammar? Grammar refers to the structural rules of a language. The first reason you should learn grammar and punctuation is clarity. When you write or speak, you want to be as clear as possible. You want your reader or listener to be able to understand your message. Knowing correct grammar and punctuation helps you express these ideas with clarity. This is one of the most important reasons to learn grammar and punctuation. For example, this sentence can be interpreted two ways. The first may mean that a woman is nothing without her man. However, a few changes in punctuation can make the sentence mean that a man is nothing without women. This is just one example about how grammar can change the whole meaning of a sentence. This is why if you want to say something clearly that can only be interpreted the way you intended, you must know how using grammar and punctuation can change a sentence. Punctuation can express different meaning. The difference between ending a sentence with a question mark, exclamation point, and period is clear, and putting the other punctuation like commas in different places can transform the whole message of a sentence. Grammar is the foundation for communication, so better grammar ensures a clear message that is easy to understand. The second reason to learn grammar is to help your understanding. Besides helping with clarity so that your reader can understand what you are saying, knowing grammar and punctuation furthers your understanding of the English language. Knowing these topics can help you discuss features of the language and ensure that you are familiar with key concepts that make up English. Additionally, a better understanding of your language from knowing grammar can help you learn a new language. Without knowing the grammatical concepts of your native language, it is difficult to understand parallel concepts in a foreign language. For example, being able to distinguish tenses such as the difference between the past and the past perfect will help you to conjugate verbs, an important skill when learning a language like Spanish. Overall, having a better understanding of a language through knowing grammar can ensure that you understand subtle differences that completely change a sentence. If you are watching this lecture, you will be able to understand what the sentence means and why it needs revising. Saying the average North American consumes more than 400 Africans means that North Americans eat African people. Adding the word do would transform the sentence. Third is style. Sometimes you want to use different word choice, punctuation, and structuring for different audiences. If you want to be able to use different grammar for these audiences, you must be able to understand basic rules of grammar and punctuation to know when to use them and when you don't need to. Grammar is how we use a language. Therefore, understanding grammar allows us to know when to use different levels of grammar. With a firm understanding, grammar can become a tool used to target a specific audience. For example, there is a difference in the grammar you use and the way you speak when talking to a 2-year-old, texting your friends, calling someone, or when you're at a job interview. Professionalism is the fourth reason. Using incorrect grammar can give a negative impression. Imagine you are hiring someone for a new position. Would you hire the one whose application is grammatically correct, or this one that is filled with errors? It is clear that there is a difference in the way you are judged professionally based on how well you understand and apply the rules of grammar. Fifth, credibility. Sometimes it can be seen to represent carelessness if incorrect grammar is used. If you're trying to share an idea or make an argument, knowing the correct rules of grammar and punctuation is the foundation of writing. If your writing is full of errors, it will detract from the overall message you are trying to share. To give a credible argument, make sure you proofread carefully and apply the rules of grammar and punctuation that you learn. Without good grammar, people will not take your ideas seriously, and you cannot be an effective writer without clear communication through proper grammar. Lastly, sixth is respect. When you are writing, you want to avoid errors so that your audience can understand the message. Following proper rules of grammar is a respectful way of communicating because you ensure it is easy for everyone to understand. Going back to examples like a poorly written article and job application, not only does it lead to judgments about your ability, but it can also reflect poorly on your own character. Mistakes throughout your writing because you do not know grammar and punctuation can make it seem that you have no respect for your reader because you did not put in the effort to proofread and expect them to figure it out for themselves. Overall, these 6 rules are clearly interconnected and they combine to show why it is so important to know grammar and punctuation. While it may not be fair to judge someone based on their grammar, as education standards and a lack of resources may make it difficult for someone to learn these rules, if you have the chance, grammar is one of the most important topics you can study because it is the basis of all communication.